Hi boys and girls, it's Mrs. Watts again, and I'm here to talk to you about, guess what? Sentences. Compound sentences, in fact. So today we're going to talk more about compound sentences, when to use compound sentences, and today you're going to get some practice in writing compound sentences. So remember that the reason why we need compound sentences is because you are a writer, and writers use compound sentences so that the writing doesn't seem choppy, and we want to use those things and learn from those mentors and experts in writing to make our writing better. So that's why we're learning so much about compound sentences. I really want to see those compound sentences in your writing, and it may not happen the first time you write, but then when you go back and you reread and you edit, you look for things to change. One of the things I want you to be thinking about is, can I connect sentences together to make a compound sentence? So today we're going to read some more from Jabari Jumps. Remember, Jabari was going to swimming, and he said he was a great jumper, so he was not scared at all. I'm going to read just a little bit more of the story to you. Jabari watched the other kids climb the long ladder. They walked all the way out to the end of the board, as big as tiny bugs. Then they stood on the edge. They spread their arms and bent their knees and sprang up, up, up. And then they dove down, down, down. Splash! Looks easy, Jabari said. But when his dad squeezed his hand, Jabari squeezed back. Jabari stood at the bottom of the ladder. He looked up. "You can go before me if you want," he told the kid behind him. "I need to think about what kind of special jump I'm going to do." Jabari thought and thought. So, what do you notice about these two sentences from Jabari Jumps? Jabari stood at the bottom of the ladder. He looked up. Can these two ideas be connected, do you think? Are they related to each other? How do you think we can combine these sentences into one? Well, we could use a conjunction. So I'm going to put these sentences together. Jabari stood at the bottom of the ladder. Now, I want to combine the sentences, and I can do that because they're related, right? There's a connection between the two of them. But I know that when I combine two sentences with a conjunction, I've got to have a comma after that first sentence. And now I'm going to write my conjunction. So Jabari stood at the bottom of the ladder, and he looked up. Done. So I want you to think about the sentences of the last few days, the things that we've done. So we've got this sentence that we did today. We've got this sentence from yesterday about Jabari, and we've got this one, a mentor sentence that we looked at too, from 6 Dots about Louis Braille. I want you to think about these sentences, and I want you to model and practice writing a sentence where it's a compound sentence. So I want you to take two separate sentences that are connected, they're related, and I want you to combine them into a compound sentence with a comma and a conjunction. So I'm going to let you do that. I want you to share them on a discussion post. You know, and one thing that writers do, they talk to other people before they start writing. So if you want to talk to somebody near you, maybe at home, or you want to talk to a partner, your shoulder partner, somebody that's sitting near you, or maybe your teacher is watching this in class and you guys just want to talk all together, I'm okay with that. Talking before writing is a really good brainstorming technique. Now, if you're at home and you're like, well, I don't have anybody to talk to right now, and you just want a little help, I'm going to give you some sentences where this would be the first sentence, and then you would have to come up with the second sentence that connects it, okay? And then you would have to take those two sentences and write a compound sentence, all right? And that's what you would post in your discussion post. So here's some starters, okay? Some starters. One sentence could be, the rain was cold. Now, you would have to come up with a second sentence, right? That's on you. And this sentence, remember, if we're going to join them together to make a compound, if they've got to be related, they have to be connected somehow, okay? And then you could take those two sentences and make a compound sentence. All right, I'll give you one more starter, and it's about the reading we've been doing about the race across America. So, here's one sentence. You could say, people race across America on bicycles. Now, you're in charge of that second sentence, remember? And that second sentence, if you want to connect the sentences, these two sentences have to be related. They have to be connected somehow, okay? And then you're going to combine them with a comma and a conjunction. So I want you to post your created compound sentence on our discussion board. I want to see what you come up with. I can't wait to see what kind of sentences you write. Make sure that both your sentences are actual sentences. Always do those checks. You can do the test, right? Or you can look for nouns and verbs and use those noun and verb proofs to check. All right? So before I send you off to work, I'm going to ask you to answer this question. What is important to consider when joining sentences? What is important to consider when you're joining sentences? Okay? All right. Until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.